Yeah, good weekend. Just proud of our guys. I said before, I thought the coaches worked extremely hard for this win, and I thought the players did a great job prepping for the game. And so, after watching the film, it just confirms everything that we saw. It wasn't perfect, but there's some things that we can correct still this late in the season. But pretty clean game. I like the fact that we didn't make a lot of mental mistakes. We had a couple errors. I think penalty-wise, only a couple penalties, and what was bad about it is they're both in the red zone. So if we can work on that and try to get this next win, and do it for the seniors. So there's a lot of guys that have played a lot of football, and this is their last time at LaVelle Edwards Stadium. And I remember my last game, so we're going to make it a special week for them and try to honor them the right way and try to get a win.
After watching the film, what did you see from Joe Critchlow all around?
Joe did well, I thought he played a good game. wasn't perfect. He made some mistakes, and I think there a couple errors that I can think of right away. The bad throw that it was almost picked, and I think that was probably his worst throw. And then the decision on third down, he pulled it as an RPO, but he pulled it instead of handing the ball off, he pulled it and threw it, and it was a little too high for I think it was Aleva who missed on it, but. Other than that, I thought he protected the ball. I thought he threw the ball where only our receivers could catch it. For a guy that has no experience, especially starting, I was really impressed with his ability to just run the game. And he looked like he was having a great time. So it's hard to think this guy, a few months ago was just on a mission with the name tag on. But it was nice to get him the reps and get him the opportunity to play. So, going into this week, Bo Hodge is out for the season. So he will not be returning. And so it'll be Joe Critchlow with Cody Wilstead and Koy Detmer. That's pretty much the depth chart there.
Talk about how much it opened up the rest of the offense to have the success passing early, because he was able to hit some throws downfield, and then the running game just really exploded later in the game.
Yeah, well, I thought we were committed to running the ball. I thought Squally did a great job running the ball, but when we opened the game with Joe throwing a lot of quick throws, and we thought throws that ease him into the game, and then he got a little brave, and started to feel a little bit more of the tempo of the game, and then it just kind of took off. I think Ty did a great job of preparing him for this moment, and Ty's been there before, so for a young guy like that with not a lot of experience on the road, and especially with the offense has had so many issues and had some struggles this year. It was nice to have him perform well and not perfect, but well enough for us to rely on our run game, and then for him to make the throws when he needed to. So I thought he was effective offense, and still left a lot of points out there on the board, but it's okay. We'll make it work, and I would have taken 31 points in a heartbeat for this game.
Can you talk about Koy's role? We saw him he was helping out Joe, and you said he's back on the, kind of on the depth chart now. Just talk about kind of where he's at.
Koy is probably one of the most unselfish people I've ever been around, and it's all about the team. It's a huge compliment to, his family, and talking to guys that played with his dad, they said his dad was the same way, and so, and he's smart. He gets the game of football. He understands it, and he'll be a great coach someday if he wants to do that. And I think he'll be excellent at it. I think it's natural for him, and for a guy that's just been raised around football, it makes sense. So I love the fact that he's willing to help out and put the headsets on. We feel comfortable with him being involved with the team, but he'll do whatever it takes. He'll go play scout team. He'll play any position to help us out, and basically has great knowledge, growing up in the game, and just have a lot of guys that are like him, and just grateful that he's on this team.
With the early signing period, how does that change things for the staff? What kind of challenges does it present?
I don't know if it presents a lot of challenges, other than you have to, the guys that you want to take, you lock them up as early as you can, and they're guys that we know have been committed for a long time, and so I think it just speeds up the process for them and lets them just have a nice Christmas break without too many distractions, and we have guys that are committed that obviously recruiting doesn't end until you sign the date on the dotted line, and so it just brings it up faster for us, and I think it kind of relieves them a little bit more of the stress of having to fight off people. And for us, we get our guys that can sign. So it's been good.
Do you plan on having the bulk of your signees this December to play out February?
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, I think we look at the numbers and with the initials and all that stuff that plays into it. I'd like to, if we can sign them all, then let's do it, you know. But recruiting's a difficult thing to predict, especially when you have guys that are redshirting or applying for a redshirt, trying to get the medical hardship year, and so you have to weigh all those options. Guys that are going on missions, and so we know the guys that we want to bring into the program, whether they join us right away or in 2 years. Regardless, we'd like to sign them, you know, early as we can.
How active have you been going after some JUCO guys?
Well, that's always part of recruiting. You know, we look at everybody, and so yeah, I don't know if it's any different now than it was in the past. We always have the issues with academics first here, so admissions is the #1 key for us, and a good number of JUCO players go there for academic reasons, you know, so sometimes it doesn't match up, but there are others that are just need a shot and need to be recognized and maybe didn't get recruited high enough, but they have the grades that can get into school, so that's kind of what we're balancing right now.
Would you sum up the contributions of the senior class to the last game, home game?
Yeah, I love the seniors. I mean, look at guys like Fred Warner, who's a 4-year starter, and Tijan Karoma. Those guys have played a lot of ball for BYU, and yeah, it's just their last time in the stadium, you know, in front of our home crowd. And I said the weekend that our players, they feed off of our fans, and it was nice seeing that we had so many fans in the Vegas game, you know, and so these guys will be excited to get out on the field and play for our fans. That's something that really matters to our players and our seniors.
Can you tell us what Bo's injury is?
Oh yeah, it's a toe, and so the injury was pretty much, I don't know if you could say re-aggravated. He had the injury in the Utah State game. That was combined with his other injury, with his concussion, right? So he had a toe injury there, and then it's kind of been a lingering thing, and I think it just got worse and for the Fresno game, and it's bad enough where he won't be able to, with the time that it takes to heal from it, he won't be back.
You guys played UMass last year. How different are they from last year's team to what you're seeing this year?
Oh, they're competitive. You know, they're putting a lot of points on the board, and they hung in there with Mississippi State to the end of the game. And so, really good coaching staff and an experienced head coach. You know, so we know they're going to be ready to come here and play, and they're kind of used to Provo now because they were here last year. So I think it'll be a nice setting for them to come in, and good competition, good quarterback, a really good system, and it's going to be fun.
Anything else? Will there be any hesitation with Wilstead? You said he's #2
Yeah.
with this whole redshirt thing, or is that just not a factor?
No, not a factor. We're just gonna go with it. If he has an opportunity to play, then he'll get in the game. Yeah. So pretty much the red shirt's off for him is what we're going with right now.